Here is a list of things that I do not do in a relationship that some may not agree with. Number one, I do not expect for him to cover my monthly self-care expenses.
Okay.
Those were my expenses before the relationship. I budgeted for them. I can afford them. They are things that I like to enjoy during my me time. Number two, I do not care how he utilizes social media. He can comment, share, like, and interact. I am going to comment, share, like, and interact. That is the use of social media. I create content. I expect that he would have ideas for me. He can expect to get some ideas from me. If you utilize social media the right way, it can provide additional financial resources. So I by no means care how he utilizes the platforms.
Right.
When it's we time, and we disconnect. Number three, I do not expect for him to share his cell phone location with me, but I will share mine with him. And it's simply because I know that he is a man's man, and that he can protect himself. But as a woman in this environment, I like knowing that he knows where I am, not to track me, but to keep me protected and to keep me safe. And that if I'm in a situation where I need him, if I'm having car problems, if there's just a situation where I am uncomfortable, he can easily get to me.
I don't disagree with a single thing that she just said here. Everything makes all the sense in the world, but it seems very, how do I say this, guys? Unnatural. I mean, unless we've just been so completely burnt out by, the type of woman that tends to be pushed to the forefront. It could be that, right? And I just don't believe that this is like a thing that, exists large scale here, guys. We're definitely going to probably have to do some type of deep dive into her specific social media, so we can kind of understand exactly who she is and why she's saying some of these things here. Don't get me wrong here. I agree with all of this here. My wife shares her location with me. I do not share my location with her. My mother shares her location with me. I do not share my location back. There's no reason. If there's something going on, bro, don't worry. I'm coming immediately. Okay. That's just kind of how that works. So it makes all the sense in the world. In terms of social media, my wife has no issue with what I do on social media because, again, social media. You get what I mean here, guys? It's kind of what I do here. And she specifically has less than like 30 followers or something like that on Instagram. And most of these people are other mothers. Okay. And that's just basically the extent of that here. But let's see where this goes, guys. It sounds great, right? It sounds really good, but.
Number four, I do not expect him to be perfect. I give him space to error without feeling like he's going to be beaten down because he erred or he made a mistake. I genuinely believe that we forget when we enter into a partnership that the two people in the partnership are of their own free will, and they are of their own decision making, and that they have their own hobbies and interests and friends outside of the relationship, and things happen.
She's a Trojan horse, guys. Listen, I'm heavily against the concept of like hearing people when they say, "Oh, yeah, my partner," and I'm just like, your partner. What type of partner are you kind of like referring to here? Because like, I don't know what you're talking about in this instance here. Like I specifically moved out of the United States of America to find a wife that has nothing to do with, Western style of living. Let's just say that there. Tomorrow is our anniversary. We have been married now for, oh God, 6, 7, I don't know, bro. I don't pay attention, right? We've been married for a while, but we've been together for now a decade, right? And yeah, she is the most absolutely traditional woman you can possibly imagine in every form and fashion you can also imagine here. Right here, this last statement here, it kind of stands out to me as a Trojan horse. Like everything in me says that based off of what she just said and how she said it, it dictates that being with her would be absolutely competition based. Do you really want to be in competition with your wife, bro? Why?
And I don't expect for him to be perfect. I believe in giving people space to mistake.
Okay.
Because when you give people space to mistake, That's where growth happens. Number 5, I do not expect for him to be the primary financial breadwinner of the relationship. I was raised a very long time ago by my father that I should never have to depend on a man for anything financially. And
Okay.
that allowed me to have the man I wanted and not the man that I needed. And I'm cool that sometimes he got it and sometimes I got it and sometimes it's 50-50 and sometimes it's 70-30 and
Mhm.
sometimes it's like neither one of us need it. I think that's healthy in a relationship. It's just, I got your back and you got my back and we can do this or we can't do this.
Okay.
It's communication, but by no means do I pressure him to be the financial breadwinner.
Here's the thing. Yeah, I don't know if that is the lifestyle that you have to live because you have to. Like, I understand everything is absolutely expensive, and if you are not making enough money to take care of your family with one income, you're living in a big city for no reason, right? Like, I'm pretty sure if you move outside of the city, guess what you can probably do? You can actually have that lifestyle where the man is working and the woman is basically handling, the household completely, right, along with the kids, right? If that's what your end game is. Not everyone wants that. Not everyone needs that. Sure, right. So listening to her say that, she's completely fine with having to, I guess take some of the workload off of the men, but I don't know many men specifically in my space understand though, where I live and the people that I'm around are highly conservative. Okay, like my entire street has Trump, like it has Trump signs in front of it. I want you to know, and we have like zero crime out here. Okay, I just want you to know that I live in a place that is extremely conservative, and the majority of women that are in my area do not work. My wife doesn't work. She hasn't worked since we've been together. If she wanted to, go for it. Sure thing. As long as the household things do not start to falter. I literally cannot do what I'm doing here and that, based off of the amount of time that I spend making content for you guys on a daily basis here. There's just no way that I'm going to do that. Now, in terms of what she said kind of in the beginning of the video, where she basically said she wants to be able to find a guy that she wants rather than one that she needs, because if something happens, apparently she can leave and these type of things, right? And not have to be tied down because of a financial incentive, right? Like, so here's the thing. So everything that I do in terms of finances, I make sure everyone specifically has their own, IRA specifically, right? So I make sure that everyone is taken care of kind of no matter what here, guys. My wife does not have to worry for a single thing. She has a couple of $1,000s on a monthly basis for like petty cash for the household if something is needed. That has nothing to do with groceries. That comes out of a different account. Everything is budgeted and set up exclusively for her to be comfortable. Her car is paid for 100%. All of her bills are paid for. Her credit cards are paid for. She is completely fine, and I mean 100%. I don't really see too many issues that she's specifically having. And whenever she wants something, she just gets it, guys. Right? End of the month. Well, actually, no. On a bi-weekly basis, I pay all of the credit cards. If you have to live that lifestyle, then obviously live that lifestyle. It is what it is. If you need two people working in a household, it's completely fine, guys. But I want to go ahead and actually see exactly who she is. Apparently, she's a men's mental health advocate. Men's mental health advocate. Could that be it? Is that what I'm picking up on, guys? Like, she's one of the oddities that actually care that men are suffering through things occasionally, guys. All right, I guess that's the case here. That could be why she kind of understands the things to say, at least, right? She's 40. Okay. Um, okay. All right. I'm just looking down her profile just to see if there's anything that stands out to me immediately here. Uh, is this her common? I don't really see anything on here that's indicative of her being like a men's mental health. I mean, I see some like thirst traps. Uh, that's basically what I see is thirst traps here. What is this?
I want to speak to men on this video, so if you're not a man, you can continue to scroll.
Okay.
If you have a daughter, I want you to think about this. And if you do not have a daughter, I want you to imagine that you have one.
I have a
And
daughter.
I want you to imagine how much she lights up every time she sees your face. She spends time with you. She goes on a date with you. You give her food. Every little thing you build her bicycle, her everything. Imagine the joy that this little girl experiences with you as her father. I want you to imagine the joy every time she gets dressed to go to a dance. I want you to imagine her homecoming, her sweet 16, her prom, her graduation at high school, her going off to college. And every time she calls you because she's having problems with boys, because she needs daddy's advice, and every time she's upset and crying, she's wanting to come to you and hug you and have you hold her and speak life into her. And she is a daddy's girl through and through.
Yeah, kind of. But go ahead.
Now, I want you to imagine what this little girl would feel like if you killed yourself.
What?
And I want you to imagine all of the pain that she would experience because you were afraid to speak up. Imagine that. I want to speak to men.
The escalation of that story was crazy. I'm sorry. That's just not plausible for me personally. Just truth be told, it's just not something that's going to happen for me personally. But a lot of the things that you also mentioned, she's not doing any of these things. Like we're not going to partake in a good amount of the things that she dictated kind of towards the beginning of it. Not for my daughter, at least, because listen, raise your kids how you want to raise your kids, but I refuse to allow my daughter specifically to be around any type of debauchery or people doing debaucherous things here. That's just not a thing, guys. But either way, listen, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. And in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.